Well, Jamie, first of all, thanks for coming by today.
Yes, sir.
We can't live without you, and you probably already know that. Now, you've never purchased a car from Brandon Honda, right?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to take just a couple minutes to let you know what you're in store for today. Okay, it's going to be a different experience. You bought cars before, correct?
Yes, sir.
How are those experiences?
Not something I'd like to do on a daily basis.
Okay, most people say that. In fact, you've probably read this. When surveyed, they said they'd rather go to a dentist than buy a car. Well, we happen to think buying a car ought to be a pretty fun experience. Number one, Hondas are fun. Number two, you're spending a decent amount of money, so I figure if you spend a decent amount of money, it ought to be a good time.
Yes, sir.
Number three, we've listened to our consumers. Here's what they've told us. Number one, they say they don't want to spend all day at a car dealership. They think they should be able to buy a car faster. We agree. Number two, they don't want to go through the head-butting, gut-wrenching, confrontational negotiations that we in the car business are absolutely famous for. So, we're going to give you a completely different experience today. We have what we call upfront pricing and a transparent pricing policy. Now, what's that mean? Well, it means you don't have to take our word for anything. It means that the price we're going to provide you, once you've picked out the right car, which is job one, the price we're going to give you is going to be what the market has decided our cars are worth. Basically, Jamie, we don't price our cars. You and the rest of the consumers in Birmingham, Alabama price our cars. And again, I'm not going to ask you to take my word for a thing. I'm going to show you two different sites. Okay? You're familiar with KBB, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Kelley Blue Book. Most people know Kelley Blue Book as the group that gives you an estimate on what your trade is worth.
Right.
And they do that. But they're also becoming more and more famous for what they call their fair purchase price. What they do is they literally take thousands of transactions in the city of Birmingham and in the surrounding counties, and they literally, by just doing basic math, decide what a fair price for a car is, because that's what people are paying for that car.
Right.
Okay? Now, Edmunds, you may have heard of them too. They're big in the consumer automobile business. They do the same thing. They call theirs true market value. And they do it exactly the same way. They take all the transactions on a particular Honda Accord, let's say EXL in this particular case, that's black in certain zip codes, and they go into the data, which is compiled by a company called Polk, and they figure out what people are paying for a car.
Right.
Then they make this public knowledge. So, will it be a fair deal? Yeah. As determined by you and the other consumers, not by us. We don't administer the stupid test anymore. Now, if you want the stupid test, I'm going to send you right down Roebuck Parkway here, and you can get it, okay? And the stupid test goes like this. Somebody walks out and shows you an MSRP plus addendum plus this plus that, a really high price, and they say, "So, Jamie, what do you think?"
Yeah.
And you say, "I ain't paying that." And the salesman goes, "I'll be right back." And that starts the stupid process of someone running back and forth between you and the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. You've experienced this, right?
That's correct.
It's a waste of time. It's an insult to your intelligence, and we're not going to do it. Okay? Job one, let's pick out the right car. Job two, the consumers of Birmingham will tell us what they're paying for the car. Then you make the call. It's fair or it's not fair, and you're completely in charge. Now, how long have you been shopping for a car?
About 2 weeks now.
Okay, let's say that it ends today. Hope it does, but it may not. Let's say you've taken 2 weeks to make your decision. Well, you know what? That's a pretty intelligent cat right there. You haven't jumped into it unknowingly. You're not making an emotional decision. Well, it'll be a little bit emotional. This car smells good. But basically, you've done your research. So you take 2 weeks. How long do you plan on keeping it?
Till the wheels fall off.
Okay.
Let's say 6 years.
Okay, 6 years. So obviously, the next 6 years is way more time than 2 weeks, right?
That's right.
Right. I'm going to tell you, your 2 weeks is going to get you a good price. Again, it's transparent. But what we're going to do for you for the next 6 years will far surpass that. In addition to what Honda's factory warranty is, we're going to provide you a lifetime powertrain warranty. okay? And this is not one of those things that's sort of bogus in that you gotta have all your work done here and you have to have it done on the 5th of every third month except
Right.
in leap year, and you gotta do this, that, and the other. All we ask is that you keep the vehicle serviced according to Honda's recommended intervals, okay? We don't care where you, well, we do care where you have it done. We want you to have it done here, but it's not a requirement. But on that topic, we will bribe you to have it done here. We'll provide you a checkbook, Jamie. And this checkbook will be one of your favorite checking accounts of all time because we make the deposits. You make the withdrawals.
Wow.
Okay? The checkbooks has, I think, 29 $10 checks. Good for oil changes. I don't know if you use all those.
Right.
If you keep it for 6 years and you have your oil change 3 times a year, that's 18. That's $180 in savings. Not a lot of money, but you know what? Someone hands me 180 bucks, I'm not going to smack them, you know? It'll have 19 checks at $20 value. Those are good for the interval services, the 15,000 mile service, which includes, I think, a tire rotation and wheel balance, the 30,000, the 45, the 60, and so on and so forth. If you use 3 of those, there's another 60 bucks.
Right.
Now, if you're going to keep it for 6 years, you're probably going to buy tires. Our tire prices are really good, but you know, you'll shop as well you should.
Yes, sir.
When you come here, you buy 3 tires, we'll give you the 4th one free.
Wow.
Okay? So if the tires are 150 bucks a piece, hey, that's a $150 tire. We'll let you do that twice. And we also provide you referral checks. There's 2 in the checkbook, but quite frankly, you want more. You send, the way that works, you send us a customer, they buy a car from us, we'll send you or the charity of your choice $100. So, what's different about brand Honda? Our Hondas are just the same as Sarah's. Our Hondas are just the same as Tamarons or Anistons or any place in Atlanta. Okay? What's different is we're not going to administer a stupid test. We're not going to put you through a painful negotiation process. We're going to provide you a price that is already on the internet, so it's easily verifiable, and we'll look at our computers right here. You can look at your own, hell, you can find it on your phone if you want to.
Right.
It'll be a price that is being paid for that particular car here in Birmingham, so you won't pay more than anybody else. We're going to make sure that your ownership experience is the most economical ever, with a lifetime powertrain warranty and a checking account where we make the deposits, you make withdrawals. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Let's go find the right car for you.
All right.
How'd that sound?
That sounds good. I got some good points.
Well, I mean, see, and it was